spider and the fake spider webs.
David Hasselhoff. Drink
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. It's Halloween, the kids are out with the wife. I've been doing all the sweets for the other kids, the trick-or-treaters coming to our house, and I've ran out. So since I've ran out, I've popped a sign on the door apologising that I've ran out, and I've jumped in here for a shave because I just try to keep away from the front door. So we'll probably hear the dogs barking and we'll see how we go. Now, you've just had a little glimpse of what I will look like if we have a zombie apocalypse, and it ain't fucking pretty. So if you do see me though, do you know what I mean? Obviously don't steal my shave gear or anything if I'm near my house, so just leave my shave gear alone, just leave it there to rot with my house. Right, I'm going with, I don't have any pumpkin spice. I used to have pumpkin spice, but I don't have anything like that now, so I'm going with a Steam Bath Factory from Tiki Shaving Soaps, and this one is the Wizard's Pipe, and it's pipe, tobacco and cherry, and it smells incredible. To be honest, if I'm honest, it smells a bit like Chela as well. It's got an almondy sort of scent to it, but the actual scent profile of this is pipe smoke and cherry, and I do get the smoke, the pipe smoke, and I also get the pipe tobacco, and I get the sweet cherry sort of scent with a bit of tart to it, so really nice. Just picked this one out today because I haven't used it in ages. It's still probably my favourite brush in the den, and I just don't use it enough because I've got that many other brushes. I just go through them all. It's a 25mm original black wool fan, wolf whiskers with the purple haze, and this is the Iliad handle. Very nice. So I'll dip that in the water. Cold water shave today because it has been pretty warm. The house is still lovely and warm. I've got the air cons on actually to try and cool it down a bit. I've just flicked the excess out the brush. Let's load up and get stuck in. Now there'll be a little bit of shine on my forehead as well because I've got a light directly above me. I was actually hoping to try and do like a full shave with some sort of crazy thing happening with the camera, but unfortunately I use, whenever you're on your MacBook, you're on your iMac, they've got photo booth, and in photo booth you can add effects to your videos as you're actually recording them, but unfortunately you can't get a photo booth on your phone. You can get iMovie, but iMovie is absolutely no good, and the stuff that's on Facebook is excellent, but you can't record for very long. It's like literally minutes. Right now this is way overloaded. Why not? I've got a day's growth. Actually feels less than a day's growth if I'm honest, because for some reason I got quite a close shave yesterday. Now last time I used this, I think I was actually starting to get a bit of a reaction to it, so it'll be interesting to see whether I get that again. It's a very strong scent. I mean, it's up there around about an 8 or 9 out the tub, and when you get it on your face it's the same. Alright, so as you can see we've got quite a peak, so now we can spray the brush very easily. This will need a lot more water because I did overload the brush heaps. Just keep dipping the tips until you get the consistency you want. And I'm not a million miles away there. It's not as voluminous as normal. But that's a pretty, stunning ladder. Really is. The brush has got loads in it. And the great thing with the synthetic is when I go back to it for my second pass, it'll all still be there. I can assure you. Razor Rock MG90, lovely mild razor. I don't have the A plate, but this is just the standard one that comes in. It is very mild, and I've got a second use Treat Platinum blade in it. It was absolutely outstanding last time I used it, and I'm expecting more of the same, if not better, this time around. I mean, that's super smooth. It's rinsing out lovely in the cold water as well, which is good. I was thinking about putting a little bit more effort into the shave, but I really don't have time. I would have loved to have done something like Steve and the Suffolk shave I did last year. I thought this was pretty good. But unfortunately my kids aren't here to help me. They're all out trick-or-treating. They will be coming back soon. What we have to do over here is they do the local trick-or-treating around the houses round about us. And then because it's not a massive thing over here yet in Australia, it's getting bigger every year. Because it's not a huge thing, we have to drive to quite a lot of the houses that do the houses up every year. And they have nice little lolly bags and stuff for the kids. Or mix-ups, like we used to call them in Scotland. It's funny when you come to another country how you just have to, you don't have to, but I think when you move to another country, I think you should embrace the country. Embrace its values. Maybe not like America, don't embrace gun law, what a pile of shit that is, the stuff they've got, but embrace the values of the country, you know, of the, and the language and things like that. If you move to Germany, learn to speak German. You know what I mean? You move to France, learn to speak French. You move to Japan, learn to speak Japanese. Don't be a float shop and keep speaking English and expecting them to cater to you. It doesn't work like that. And that's the same in Australia. We've been here for 10 years now. And I don't call football anymore. I do, but when I say football to my kids, they think I'm talking about AFL or footy, which is kick and catch football, or the Aussie rules football. And so I've just adopted soccer now, same as America, and it drives me crazy, but you know, it's one of those things when you move to another country, you just have to adopt that country. The country's not adopting you. Right, let's look at the tips again. And I'm one not to be political in this Halloween shave, but all the asylum seekers and stuff like that, do you know what? I've got no issue whatsoever with asylum seekers coming into countries, but when they get there, they have to abide by the laws of the country and follow the rules of the country and absorb the country. You're no longer in the country where you were born. Things are different here. They're different in pretty much every country, the way everything's done in every country. There you go, across the grape. I tell you what though, a lot of people over here, for some reason or other, when they go out with their kids on Halloween, they actually put on the door, "We are not home, we are out trick-or-treating." I can't think of a worse thing to do in a country where you get quite a lot of burglaries. But I think the dogs are the best deterrent ever. You can have all the flashy alarm systems in the world, spend thousands of dollars on them, but if you've got a beagle that sounds like a wolf, and a Maltese Shih Tzu cross Doberman that sounds like it's going to chew your face off, you ain't getting burgled on Halloween. I'll tell you that right now. In fact, you'd need to be crazy to even try and break into my house the way my dogs go. And yet the funny thing is, I reckon if you got in, they'd probably lick you to death. Well, my beagle would anyway, she wouldn't hurt a fly, but the Maltese Shih Tzu, mate, she's got Doberman in her. She's certainly a very protective dog. I'll pop a couple of photos on of the kids as well at the start. This knot is absolutely incredible. It's so soft. I'm not getting a reaction to the soap, which is good. I'm really happy with that. And the actual slickness and protection and glide and everything from the Tiki soaps is absolutely brilliant, and I'm gutted at how this company sort of, instead of just shutting shop, ended up with a really bad name. Taking people's money and never sending the soaps and vice versa. It was just crazy. And to have such a good product, really is top-notch soap. And the scents are great, comes in a massive tub. They're not even that expensive. Now I know Pasteur's had this, probably the last batch of it. Not this actual one, but last batch of Tiki soaps. And there was a couple of others. There was actually a gentleman who's got a business that just got a batch out the blue, which he ordered and never got. I don't know whether he got refunded or not. And he was actually asking people that had put an order in and been screwed over, and he was sending them free soaps to sort of cover their order that they'd lost, which I thought was incredible generosity. Right, this water's filthy. I don't know why I'm still using it. I don't mind using the same water, but after 3 passes it gets a little bit murky. Well, at least if I did turn into a zombie tonight, I'd be a zombie with a cracking shave, that's for sure. Right, I'm just going to finish off now with a little bit of Shea Moisture Shave, Aftershave and Bump Preventer, which is a very good citrus based bump preventer. It's great stuff, but it stings like mad if you have a bad shave, which I haven't, so it's not stinging like mad. There is a very light tingle from it, but nothing like if I've had a bad shave, that shit stings. Oh, it stings alright. So that was literally nothing on that, so I know I've had a great shave. Very close. Just going to rinse the brush out, which is absolutely chockers full of lather. I could have actually added a lot more water to it, but I would have been here for absolutely ages. I just want to get quite a quick shave done, so that when the kids come back I'm ready to walk out the door, jump in the car, and we'll start taking them round to some of the... A lot of people over here do houses up like they do for Christmas back in the UK. I've never seen it happen much for Halloween, but certainly for Christmas with all the decorations, they do it for Halloween as well. There's one house in particular just round the corner from us where they got the whole backyard, put tents up and everything. You actually literally walk through a whole story of Halloween, and every year it changes. The whole 10 years we've been here it's been a different theme.
R.I.P. I only asked if she gave it. That's so true though. Better. Those are nice heels though.
Girls, did you see it over here?
Put your hand in your bowl. Did you come around the cemetery? Oh, it won't. Look at this.
Whoever this is,
Oh, look at this spider. Look, Lily. If you go. Lily, come here.
What are you doing?
Wait, I want to see here. Dada, look. Lily, look at this. Lily, I've been down here. Come here. Yes. Lily, come here.
They must spend so much time because they start doing it about a week before. It takes them about a week to put it up. And the Christmas one they start putting up in mid-November. It's that big. There's so much stuff. But the Christmas one's incredible. I think they've won the best dressed house or whatever it is for Christmas. But it must be going, I think they've won about 6 or 7 in the last 10 years, this house. They're absolutely brilliant. Oh, do you know what? The smell of that soap's brilliant. I've actually still got a little bit of soap still left. So when I'm out and about, I might try and get some photos. I'll try and get some photos. I've got a terrible memory, and at the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of taking photographs when kids are involved. Even though it's technically where I'll be taking photographs, most of it will be public places. Being an ex-copper and unfortunately dealing with so many sick people, it does really put me off taking photographs. Especially when, if it's adults and stuff like that, I'm not too bothered, you know what I mean? But when children are involved, I don't really like, even this day and age, I don't like people taking photographs of my kids, unfortunately. Which is sad. That's just the way the world's went, wasn't it? Right, how's that? Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, was a crack-a-lackin' shave. Oh yeah. Outstanding, it really was. I'm just going to pop a little bit of moisturiser on, and we shall go with Nivea Sensitive Cooling Moisturiser, which is a very light scent. There's not much cooling to it, I know from memory, but we'll see how it goes anyway. But scent wise, I do like the scent of Nivea men's products. This one reminds me very much of Lynx Africa deodorant, which I'm 33, so I would have been wearing Lynx Africa deodorant when I was sort of between the ages of 13 and 17. It was probably my go-to fragrance really, because I didn't really know anything else about anything. That and Cool Waters was my first aftershave. But Lynx Africa is a scent which will always stick in my mind. I absolutely loved it. And that's very reminiscent of it. It's not the cooling, I don't really get a great cooling effect, I can just feel it. There is menthol in there, but it's not a great deal. It's nothing like Too Faced from Nivea. Anyway, I have almost run out of breath talking shit in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll hopefully get a few photographs tonight that I can pop up here and there through the video. I'll try and do a bit of a Ken Surf edit on it. And other than that, you guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink or drive. Have a great trick or treat. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.